Y'all can't hear me, but you should be able to hear me now. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing? Give me a thumbs up and let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Sorry, I'm late. This is supposed to start at 3:45, but of course, as always, technical difficulties. I'm trying to do something new. That's different than what I usually do. Which I usually do. I've done film breakdowns in the past, but I have not done it live. I've never done a film breakdown live, so I was literally in the process of editing uh a film, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just do it live? It would make my life a lot easier. So I got a special platform. Hopefully that y'all can see it, because if y'all can't see it, it's gonna ruin my whole thing, and that's why I'm like almost 30 minutes late. But really appreciate everybody being in the chat with me today. I decided that there needs to be a film review done by me concerning what is going on with our defense and who really is the mouse in the house, as I would call it. Or there might sometimes it might not just be a mouse, it may be mice. Plural. It may be mice in the house, and we've got to get it fixed. What's up to my guy Ken Berry, one of my loyal followers and subscribers, and I would say a dear friend. Even though we've never met in person, we always talk on X. So really appreciate you being in the chat with me today. I was able to break down some film on the defense. Not just I'm going to be breaking down the Giants game and the Chicago Bears game. Not going to do Philly because, to be honest, I just didn't get. It takes a while to literally get all the clips, so I was like, let me just do these last two games, since that's where really the issues came. Our defense played pretty solid in Philly. I think we hold them to like 3 points or no points in the second half, so defense did pretty solid against Philly, and I think we limited. I think AJ Brown and Devontae Smith had like a catch or something like that, but we played very well against Philly. Maybe that's because of our main man, DaRon Bland, was there, and then we had to be without DaRon Bland for 2 weeks, and it's like everything turned to shit. Now, is everything because of DaRon Bland? No. I don't think DaRon Bland can fix everybody on the field. Now, he could do his job to the utmost degree and excellence, but can't control what everybody else does. And as I was looking at the film, Shotty said it's a little bit of everything when it comes to the secondary, and I would have to say that's true, but we have to look at and see who are these defenses, or sorry, not these defenses, but who are these offenses actually targeting. Who are they actually targeting? Everybody is giving up plays. I'm not going to lie. We're going to be able to see everybody in that secondary is giving up plays. Diggs give up plays. Elam gives up plays. Donovan Wilson gives up plays. Malik Hooker gives up plays. They all four is giving up plays. But we need to see who is giving up the most plays. Is it equal? Is it about the same? Is it fixable? Is it not fixable? Can they get it together, or is it time to replace them? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a player just doesn't really have the capabilities. You know what I'm saying? To do what you're asking them to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every safety is a coverage safety. Some safeties are just meant to come downhill, play in the box. They can do some hooks, they can do some flats, and I'm explaining to y'all what that is today. I'm gonna try to really be as thorough as I can in my breakdown, like explaining concepts and stuff like that. But y'all know, before we get in, please, as I said at the bottom, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're at 800 subscribers. I think 803 exactly. So shout out to every single person that has subscribed to Stargazer Sports. I really appreciate you guys so much. I mean, y'all have no idea how much I appreciate y'all and how much y'all support means to me, and how y'all continue to help this channel grow. But please like the stream. If you're watching on the playback, please like the video. Please share the stream. Please share the video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also, please, donate to my Cash App. Please donate to my Cash App. I usually have it. They don't have my title here, but let me see. Do I have it here? Okay, here we go. Oh no, there's it. Oh, I got it in there. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's in the banner. I'm done. Okay, yeah. My Cash App is down there, so y'all can please donate to it. I'm not monetized yet, so I don't think I'm gonna have any film issues, but we're on the road to get monetized. Hopefully once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we should be able to get monetized, and then you guys can start sending your YouTube what they call it, super chats and super stickers and whatever else. But until then, just continue to donate to my Cash App. You guys have really been rocking and rolling, so thank y'all so much for that. But without further ado, I want to jump straight into the film. Y'all have to let me know. Hopefully when I share my screen, y'all be able to see it. I'm gonna go into this mode, share, screen share, Cowboys film. Okay, let's see. Y'all should be able to see that. All right, awesome, sweet. I can actually check and see if I can see on my own. Gotta watch it on my phone to see. What's up, Vanilla Dice, baby? New visitor. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before, but thank you so much. Okay, and then let's see if my tool works, because if my tool don't work, it's all for nothing. Let me see if my tool works. I hope so. Let me just see. Can y'all see me what I just wrote on the screen? I'm checking to see if y'all can see it before I get started. Y'all should be able to see it. If not, no, y'all can't see it. Damn it. I don't know why it's not. Y'all cannot see what I just wrote on the screen. Okay. Well, bruh, it took me so long to do this because I'm gonna try to see. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I do it this way. Uh-oh. I just played the film. Y'all can see that. Okay. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to see. Let me see if y'all can see this. Because this is the recording. Let me see if y'all can see that. And y'all bear with me. I'm trying to see if I could get my pen to work, but damn, y'all still can't see it from what I've seen on the screen. Okay, well, trying to figure out what's the best way to do this, because I wanted to be able to draw on my screen and demonstrate to y'all what's going on. But for some reason, my writing is not showing through. I got this new software, but this is what happens when you have technical difficulties. Sometimes the shit doesn't work, so you kind of just gotta like build a plane in the air. I think what I'm gonna just try to do is I'm gonna just do it, explain the best that I can. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do fun graphics and stuff like that, but I will try to do that in the future. And I'm gonna try my best to figure out how to get my pen to work. I literally bought a whole software, y'all, so that I could draw on my screen. But for some reason, it's not working. Of course, but whatever. We still gonna do this show. Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna get into this, to the content, and I'm just trying to explain to y'all the best I can. No, not the film. I just have a pen, but it's okay, y'all. We gonna just rock out. Anyways, so if y'all see here on the screen, we're gonna start with this first play, the Chicago Sky game. Chicago Sky. I do cover. Well, I cover Angel Reese, who's on the Chicago Sky. If you hear from my WNBA content, thank you for your support. But yeah, so we're gonna get into this. I don't think the clips are necessarily in order, or they may be, but there may be a clip or two that's out of order. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're here to just look at the film as a whole. And this is every pass play. I also got some of the run plays, but I'm not going over the run today. I'm just going over purely what's happening in the secondary. Also, we're going to be looking at what's been happening with our linebackers as well, because a lot of people have a lot of criticism about our linebackers, and some warranted, some I don't think is warranted necessarily. But yeah, we're going to get into that. So anyway, so we look at this first play, and we got to see what we're actually, you know what, guys? I forgot. The first two clips, I actually have it to where it will show what it is in. So I'm going to let this play. I'm like, did I do a breakdown of this play? Okay, I don't think I did a breakdown of this play. I think I was just going to use this play as an intro. Let me make sure. Yeah, I didn't do it. Okay, so it starts there. All right, so anyway, so looking at this, we start off. You look at this defensive formation. Hopefully y'all can see my cursor at least. I think y'all can. Y'all should at least be able to see my cursor. But if we look at this defensive formation, this was weird. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a while to kind of figure out what it is, but I kind of just had to see what everybody else is doing, because I started this film off primarily looking at Diggs and how Diggs played this. I was like, I'm not sure necessarily what this coverage is, but if I let it play, this is, yeah, it looks like, and because I gotta watch what everybody's doing. So Donovan Wilson looks like he's going straight back. Malik Hooker seems like he's playing this flats here. I don't want to play it. Stop playing. God dang. Okay, so it looks like this is a cover 3, basic cover 3. Donovan Wilson, which I don't know in what world you would have Donovan Wilson as your free safety. It kind of reminds me, y'all remember when we started putting Curse? Y'all remember when we started putting J-Ron Curse at the top of our defense, and we were like, what the hell? Like, this is how I feel. What the hell, Leonda? So anyway, you got Donovan Wilson right here, and he's in the deep third. If you don't know what cover 3 is when pretty much your 2 corners are in deep third, and then you'll have your free safety in the deep middle third. But each of your secondary is responsible for the deep thirds of the field, right? And then you typically have your 2 linebackers here. Here I think that's Sanborn here, and then as well as Clark here, or that may be Murray. I think it's Murray. Yeah, that's Murray. So you got Sanborn and Murray who are playing your middle hooks. Then you have Malik Hooker who's playing your flat. Could be a hard flat, a curl flat. And then you have, I think this is Clark. And then you have Clark, he's playing your flat area. So we're gonna run it. Yeah. And so you see here, Diggs, he was first carrying this guy up the field, but he had good communication. So see, sometimes they do have good communication. Believe it or not, But you know what separates the good from the great, or from the bad to the good in the NFL, is how many mistakes do you give up? Because you could say, oh, I only messed up twice. But if you only messed up twice and it was for big plays and touchdowns, it's going to count. It's going to count against you, So anyway, Diggs is playing this guy, but he passes it all because remember, Diggs is responsible for this side of the field. Okay, hopefully y'all can see my cursor. Diggs is responsible for this side of the field. So he passes this guy up to Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson takes his guy, carries him up the field, and then Diggs breaks out and helps Clark. Because Clark was really supposed to be covering this flat area, but a good way you can beat cover 3 by crossing routes, because if this guy, he's playing this, because you see Clark, he's looking at the running back here. So he's occupied. He's covering the flats. So technically, if Diggs just kept carrying his guy up the field, right, this section would be wide the hell open. And it's a cover 3 beater. Like, crossing routes are literally cover 3 beaters. But Diggs had good awareness on this play where he passed it off, then turned around to help stop this crossing route. And I think this is DJ Moore, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Okay, so the tight end does the crossing route. Okay, tight end does the crosser, and then DJ Moore goes up. So y'all see how they passed that off? So that was good. You know what I'm saying? Did he end up catching this? No, I don't think he even. Yeah, Caleb Williams missed the throw. Thank God. Thank God Caleb Williams missed that throw. But it was going to be a difficult throw anyways. But good job from Diggs having that good awareness. Turn around and stop this guy, because Clark is clearly way up here. If Diggs just kept going up the field, that's wide open completion. But anyways, it's an incompletion. So moving on to the next play. I think this next play is just, I just got the linebacker view, which I think the linebackers did their jobs here. Besides Clark. But honestly, Clark, I'm not going to fault Clark for that, because like I said, he was occupied by the running back here. So I'm not going to fault Clark for that. I think everybody pretty much did their job here. Incompletion. Throw was too high. Move on to the next rep. So if you're looking at this, and let me see if y'all have, can we get JT and Bell as safeties? Yeah, we need to get JT and Wanye Thomas and Bell as safeties. I'm going to show y'all their snap counts as well. Actually, I can show y'all. Actually, I'm going to show y'all at the end of the film. But anyway, so moving on to the next. And this is only 9 minutes of film, but I'm going to be breaking it down. So moving on to the next play. This is a cover 1 robber play. And it kind of took me a while to figure out what the hell this was, but I figured it out, right? So this is a cover 1 robber play. How do you know that? Because everybody, let me see if I have the free shot. Here we go. Yeah. So everybody is manned up. Diggs is covering DJ Moore up at the top. Elam is covering, I think that's Roma Dunze here at the bottom. You got our guy Reddy Stewart. You're gonna see him, Reddy Stewart, right here. He bails out. So this was a little bit, people like, can Flu switch it up? This was a little bit of a disguise, because this is a disguise play. Because if you look at it right now, it looks like it's just single high, pretty much. It looks like it's man, right? Man across the board. Everybody's manned up. It looks like it's a cover 1 man play. But you're going to see the exchange, right? You're going to see Malik Hooker, who's right here in the middle of the field. He looks like he's playing the deep middle of the field, or deep third. He's not. Actually, is it a deep third? Yeah, because, I mean, he's responsible. If you look at this pre-snap, it looks like it's just cover 1. But it's not cover 1. Because you're going to see Malik Hooker is going to shoot down to the middle. That's why I believe it's a robber. And I could be wrong, but based off of what the players did, that's what it looked like to me. Malik Hooker is going to shoot down to cover like the middle of the middle read of the field. You're going to see Reddy Stewart. He's going to bail out to be what you think Malik Hooker is going to be, right? So let's roll it. So this is cover one robber because Sanborn is looking like he's supposed to be covering the running back. Diggs is covering DJ Moore. Elam is covering Roma Dunze. Who we are? I think this is Dono. Dono is covering this tight end right here. And then you have Murray, which I'm not sure. I believe Murray may have been in a spy role, possibly, because he's not necessarily covering anybody, right? This guy is not being covered by anybody, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be. Now, this could be Murray's guy, but considering that he's not even looking at this guy behind him, I'm not sure if that's a mistake, and it possibly is. It could be a mistake because I'm like, no one was covering this guy. Everybody else is occupied. You know what I'm saying? Malik Hooker, or you know what? What did I say this was? Cover one robber. Yeah. Murray is the only one. It could be that Murray's supposed to be the robber. Actually, I think... Okay. I solved my own issue as I was looking at it. So this is what it is. This is Malik Hooker's man. Yeah, that's what it is. And Murray is the robber. He's the robber who he's supposed to be guarding the middle of the field. That's why it looks like he's not covering anybody. I was like, okay, I'm confused. Yeah, so if I play it again, yeah, Murray looks like he's the robber. Malik Hooker's supposed to be covering this guy. Sanborn's covering the running back, and then you see the corners covering their guys, and then I said Malik Hooker. That's not Malik Hooker. That's Reddy Stewart. Reddy Stewart's covering the middle of the field. Malik Hooker is here. He's supposed to be covering whoever this is coming across the middle. Sanborn is the robber. So Sanborn, the robber, basically means that he's supposed to be trying to interrupt anything that happens in the middle of the field. Preferably this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Caleb Williams... And we're going to look at this play, and it pissed me off, to be honest. Let me just let it keep rolling. I'm gonna let it keep rolling. And that's just showing Murray, he's a robber. Reddy Stewart, he's the deep. Anyway, so this play pissed me off because this is where you see that your free safety right here, he's losing his awareness. He's losing his awareness. And I'm going to let it keep playing because I think I have the front half view or the side. Yeah. Because look at this. Pause it here. Malik Hooker. That's why you see I got the little graphic there. Right here, this is your man. I think this is Roma Dunze. So I don't know who the hell Elam covering. Maybe that's a tight end or something. But this is a Dunze right here. You can clearly see where Caleb Williams is. That the only person he can throw to is Roma Dunze. He can try to throw it here, but look how many guys there is. There's Murray right there, Donovan Wilson right there, and then you also have that it looks like Donovan Ezeraku. So you got Murray, Dono, and Donovan Ezeraku to where if Caleb Williams tries to throw it here, that's a dead play. You have Malik Hooker. He's looking right at Caleb Williams. He's looking right at him. Right? But what is Malik Hooker doing? Instead of, and this is literally from the play design, I believe this is his man. Right? This is his man. But Malik Hooker, instead of breaking on the ball, like to be a safety, you've got to have, I said it the other day, you've got to have good play rec. You've got to have high awareness. You've got to have good play rec. You've got to have high awareness. I don't know what happened to Malik Hooker's awareness because remember, coming out of college, he was a first round pick from Ohio State. People were comparing him to Ed Reed. Ed Reed. So even though it's clear that athleticism has left Malik Hooker, I'm like, what happened to your cerebralness? Like, what happened to that guy that had the mind? They said the mind and the instincts and the play style of Ed Reed. I don't know where that guy is, But I don't think that guy ever really existed for our team because Malik Hooker, like, he doesn't really make plays unless they come straight to him. And I'm going to show y'all another safety that we're going to be facing on Sunday to show this is what a true all-pro, Pro Bowl safety looks like in the NFL. But anyway, so you see this? I keep letting it play. Malik Hooker, he continues to flow out of position. The ball, you can look, this man is winding up. First of all, this is quarterback also no. You do not throw across your body into the middle of the field. That's a for sure way to get a pick, right? Now, you would have hoped that Murray could have possibly jumped that, but this is Malik Hooker's man. So Malik Hooker should have been anticipating, I'm going to stay here. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to stay here and break. This should have been a pass breakup or interception. But instead, incompletion. And it's like, this space was already, you have 4 guys already over here. While Malik Hooker continued to flow over here makes no sense. When you clearly saw, because let me rewind it. If this was a completion, Roma Dunze is taking that and running that upfield. There's no one in sight over here. No one in sight. So we're thankful to the football gods that Caleb Williams missed this throw. But had he made that throw, because that's a Patrick Mahomes throw, had he made that Patrick Mahomes throw, Roma Dunze, that could have possibly been another touchdown or just another huge game. But anyway, it's a complete incompletion, but we're gonna get into the next rep. Next rep. Come on. Okay. You see. Donovan Wilson. Y'all saw that? Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next play. So this is a cover 1 spy blitz. Why do I say it's a cover 1 spy blitz? Because you can clearly see this is Clark, right? He pulls out. I think that's Clark. He pulls out of the formation. He starts off where it looks like he's a blitzer. Yeah, because he starts right here. He looks like he's a blitzer. But instead, he pulls out of the formation. He's just watching Caleb Williams. When you have an athletic quarterback, the best way to stop him is you just put an athlete on an athlete, meaning put a spy on him so that it keeps him contained. So that he thinks twice about scrambling out. Because it's really hard to keep contained, I'm going to be honest, against a very athletic quarterback without a spy, right? It's hard to keep your eyes on him when you also got other guys that are occupying your attention. So that's why you have a spy. Cover 1, Diggs up here. This is the Diggs blown assignment touchdown. You got Diggs up here covering, who is that? Adonze. You got my guy, Reddy Stewart. He's covering this guy. Elam's covering this guy. And then I'm trying to see. What did I say? Cover 1. What did I say it was? Cover 1 spy blitz. Yeah. Oh, and then it's also a blitz because we got to kind of rewind it. But it's a middle linebacker blitz. Or just a linebacker blitz. Because this is Murray. They send Murray here. So this was a 5-man. And I'm going to be honest. I love my guy Murray. And I think that he's doing a lot better job than what people say. But right here, you want Maris Leofow here. And I wish I had a clip because Maris Leofow is a very good blitzer. He knows how to set up the offensive lineman. Murray here gets stopped dead in his tracks by DeAndre Swift. I don't like that shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like my linebackers getting stopped by running backs. He should be knocking DeAndre Swift's head smooth off. But instead, he gets stopped. And huge play. Now, granted, and if he had Murray actually been able to make an impact, Caleb Williams could have possibly missed that throw even with the dig slip because the pressure would have been too much. But because Murray got easily stopped down here by DeAndre Swift, Yeah, it was just bombs away. And looking at Diggs here, Diggs just, he jammed with the wrong hand. And this guy just set him up clean, smooth off the line. You know what I'm saying? He just had a fantastic release. Like, Diggs slipped, but he also slipped because Roma Dunsa had a great release. This is the problem or a potential issue with playing, man coverage, because if it's a vertical route or a go route, your guy can just get beat. But you're supposed to technically have safety help, but Donovan Wilson, who is in our free safety position, he's cheating over to Elam's side, who is down here at the bottom of the screen, which rightfully so. So this tells me that this was schemed up. Like, Eberflus wanted Diggs to be the target here so that he could get an interception, but Diggs blew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the best way to say it. Diggs blew it. So the first big play of the game is on Diggs. It's not on anybody else. It's not on Dono. Now, I will say this. If Donovan Wilson, and I'm going to look at my chat, see if I say anything. If Donovan Wilson was a true athlete, he would have been able to cover ground and still get over there and help Diggs, but he's not. So him cheating all the way over here, it was no way in hell he was ever going to get over there. And again, it wasn't his assignment to be over there. Flus wanted Diggs on that island. He wanted Diggs on that island because he wanted an opportunity for a pick. Diggs just didn't get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put this play on anybody else but Trayvon Diggs. So we'll let it play. Yeah, I already said that. It's a cover one spy blitz. Diggs slips. I was trying. Everybody's manned up. Spy. Deep safety. Yeah. Touchdown. Bombs away. All right. Moving on to the next. And it's only 9 minutes, so hopefully we get through with this within the past hour. And this is just the end zone view. Clearly see Damone. He's a spy. Murray gets stopped. Bombs away. Okay. So it's everything I already explained. Moving on. Now this play. Now this was an incompletion. But when we look at this, okay, sorry. Gotta pause it so I can know what formation it is because I'm kind of freestyling it. All right. So we look at this. Wait, let me see what the safeties are doing. Because the safeties, when you're looking at coverage, you want to look at the safeties. They'll pretty much tell you what the formation is. This looks like this is probably a cover 2. Yeah. This is a cover 2. How did I know that? Because the safeties are lined up on opposite sides of the field and both of them are retreating because they were both responsible for the deep halves, right? They're responsible for the deep halves of the field. So Malik Hooker is retreating out this way. Donovan Wilson is retreating out this way to the right, his right. Malik Hooker's retreating to the left, right? Then you have and in cover 2, there's 3 hooks. So there's a middle hook, the left hook, the right hook. So you have Murray here in the middle hook. You have, I think this is Reddy Stewart here in the left hook. Then you have, who the hell is this down here in the... then you have Clark. Y'all see how much Damone be playing? Then you have Damone here in the right hook. And then Diggs up here up top and Elam, they're both in the flats. Probably a soft cloud flat. You know what I'm saying? Now, Diggs at the top of the screen here, he just gets, I don't know what the hell with but he just gets thrown to the ground. I'm pretty sure you can't do that, but the ref missed it. But anyway, he gets thrown to the ground. Elam here, he's covering the flats. He's covering his running back to make sure he's not going to go anywhere coming out. And then, so when you look at it, this is Clark's play to make. But we're missing some football IQ, awareness, and play recognition in our linebacker group as well as our safety group. Now, even though Caleb Williams, he dirts this ball, this still could have been a pick. Because you're looking right at Caleb Williams. You feel this guy right behind you. You have your eyes on Caleb Williams the whole time, right? Caleb Williams, he's looking at this. This is covered. So what does he do? Right? Turns back around, throws it here. Now it's dirted. Like I said, he threw it straight into the dirt. But Damone Clark, if Damone Clark had better eyes and awareness, that could have easily been maybe not a pick six, but Damone Clark is pretty fast. So it might have been, if you had a linebacker with a little bit of higher awareness here, it probably could have been a pick six. Or at least, a pass breakup. Now, again, you say star, who cares? Caleb Williams threw it in the dirt. Yeah, he threw it in the dirt, but what happened if he didn't throw it in the dirt? That's another huge completion. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to be better, Clark. Like, you're not anticipating. Shout out to Boss Cowboy, because he said his coach told him, if you see him throw it, you're going to see him catch it. So there's just was no anticipation by my guy Damone Clark. Maybe why my guy Marist needs some more snaps. Again, maybe why my guy Marist needs some more snaps. Hashtag free Marist. But anyway, we look at it from the end zone view. All right, let's get into it. Come on, Caleb Williams. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta have better awareness there, Damone. And I know he threw that hole into the dirt, but you got to have better awareness there. Because you're right there. You're supposed to be covering the left, what is that? No, the right hook. Well, from this view, the left hook. But from Damone's view, the right hook. You're supposed to be covering that. You should have been all over that. We got lucky there. Moving on to the next play. Okay, so far, who we got? There has been only one big play. Caleb Williams has a lot of missed throws. He had two missed throws that could have resulted in big plays. That would have been one on Malik Hooker, the other one on Damone Clark. But so far, that's a coulda, shoulda, woulda. There's only been one big play in reality, and that's been on Diggs so far. So let's keep looking. Yeah, this was an incompletion. I think this was a great job by sorry, I had to run. Okay, but anyway, let's look at this. So when we look at this right now, pre-snap, this looks like cover 3. I would say cover 3 or cover 1, but I'm gonna say cover 3 just based off of the pre-snap, because DJ Moore is running and nobody moved with him, which if somebody moved with him, that will let you know that it's man coverage. So I'm pretty sure this is cover 3. Yeah, this is cover 3 coverage. You got Diggs retreating to this third. Malik Hooker in the middle of the field, deep third, middle third. He's on the left. What's his name? Elam. He's covering the other third of the field. Then you got your two linebackers, Sanborn, Murray. And then they were playing Reddy Stewart here like a linebacker, but he's not a linebacker. He's going to shoot out to the flats. Sanborn and Murray are both going to be in the hooks, right? They're supposed to be in the hook curl in the middle of the field, like here and here. And then you have, I believe this is Donovan Wilson that's also covering the flats. And I think this was a great job. So this was another good play. Locked up, nothing there. And I believe this is our guy, Easy, who is running him out of the building. Yeah, I think this is Easy right here. Or maybe it's Fowler. I gotta see. But let it keep rolling. Who is that? Yeah, that's our guy, Easy. Shout out to Easy. And I think he got rid of that. The tight end trying to block him. Got rid of him easily. So good job. Good job, Easy. Right here. Got rid of the tight end. Chases Caleb Williams. Incompletion. Good job, Easy. Next play. So next play. Let's see. Oh, God. This has had to be a miscommunication blunder, because when you're looking at it, From pre-snap, this looks like a cover 2. Yeah, this looks like a cover 2. But let me see what it actually is once the ball snapped. Yep, so that's another disguise coverage. So for everybody's like, Flus needs to disguise. He was disguising, guys. Flus was indeed disguising. He was indeed disguising. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through. I don't know what's up to my guy Tariq. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through the Giants film too. Woo, Lord. But we're going to try to push through. Anyway, so this is another disguise coverage. Because looking at this pre-snap, you would probably assume that it's either cover 4, which means everybody is covering a deep fourth of the field, right? Or you would assume it's cover 2. But when you roll the tape, what happens? This looks like another. This is man again. This is cover 1 again. Because Dono, he's retreating to the middle of the field. Diggs is about to pick up DJ Moore. Reddy Stewart picks up the tight end. Damone has this other tight end. Then you see what is this down here? Is that Elam? Yeah, I think this is Elam. He goes to his man. I think he goes to his man. The question is, who was responsible in this play for the there are some plays. Cause let me see, was Murray blitzing? I'm not sure. I feel like maybe this was on Murray. If I take a good look at it, it's cover 1. Everybody's manned up, it seems. Besides Dono, who's obviously the free safety. Everybody else is manned up. Yeah, I think this probably was. Murray was supposed to be... He was supposed to be watching out for this screen here. He just had bad play rate. Honestly. Because he could not tell what it was. You could tell because look at this. He's walking forward. I don't know if he's walking forward and he's spying. That's crazy. He's looking right at his assignment. Yeah. Murray just he didn't know what that was. He didn't know what that was. I mean, that's how screens get you. That's how screens get you. So first, it's on Murray because that was your man. Everybody else is manned up. So it was up for you to sniff this screen out and blow it up. You did not blow it up. But let's look who the problem is here. Yeah. Damone Clark. Let's rewind it. So it's on Murray. We know it's on Murray. That was Murray's man, right? Murray was supposed to sniff that screen out. He didn't do it. But what happens? Damone Clark is in perfect position to blow this shit up. He is in perfect position to blow up Swift. Like, yeah, you caught that hoe, but I'm gonna blow you up. So you think about running that screen again. A true linebacker, you just come down here and you blow him to smithereens. But what does Damone Clark do? Look at that. That is not acceptable. Look at this. Damone Clark, instead of blowing it up, he stops his feet, gets himself out of position, right? And now this is a huge play. Huge explosive play, and this was on 3rd down. You can't have this type of stuff. Like, this is the difference. I showed y'all plays where there was incompletions. I showed y'all plays where we were in perfect position. But the thing that separates the bad to the good to the great to elite are plays like this. You can't have this. Shotty said we are the worst defensive team on 3rd down. We are the worst in the league. With getting off the field on 3rd down, the worst. And it's because of shit like this. It's because of shit like this. If you have a linebacker out here that don't want to hit, that's scurry, like Clark, he's got all the athleticism in the world, bro. He's a 4'4" guy, but he don't want to hit no more. That neck injury has taken the linebackerness out of Clark. And so, boop, that play, which should have been, let me see, where did the ball start at? I gotta go back. I'm trying to see where the ball started at. Where did the ball start at? Ball started at the 35, pretty much. Yeah, 35. So now something that started at the 35. Let's see. Clark could have stopped it at the 45. So it could have just been a 10-yard gain. Instead, it's a what? 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, almost a 45-yard gain on third down on a screen. That is super duper unfortunate. And I want to show y'all, I know we into the, and please hit the like button. Please hit the like button, the share button. Please subscribe if y'all are watching. I really appreciate all of y'all. Could put that banner down there below so y'all don't forget about that. But I also want to show y'all, when you look at, where is it at? Here, we've been going for 48 minutes already. Okay, but when you look at here, when we look at these snaps, I think this is it right here. Oh no, not that. That's the safety snaps. But here, look at Clark's snaps, right? Now they have decreased Clark's snaps, but from day one, for some reason, this coaching staff has valued Damone over Maris, which is confusing because Maris was the starter last year and Damone was he gets a couple plays a game. But now we have Maris being completely iced out. 6 snaps, 9 snaps, 8 snaps. While somebody like Damone still is getting almost double the snaps as Murray. The first game, Damone had 42 snaps, 67% of the snaps. This has to change if we want to get better as a football team. This type of stuff has to change. You have people on your team, you have talent on your team, but you're not utilizing the talent that you have. And I know Damone, I think it's probably because Damone was kissing up to our new linebackers coach. That's probably really why he's been on the field, is because he got buddy, gushy with our new linebackers coach. So he just prefers him over Maris. But when you see plays like this, you have to make some decisions. When you see a linebacker who was in perfect position to blow up a running back, but instead he didn't want to hit him, so he stopped his feet, and something that should have been a 10 or 15-yard gain went to a 45-yard game, you've got to make some tough decisions. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. Try to get through this. This is just the front view, which who cares about that? Going on to the next play. All right. Next play. What play is this? Okay. This was just another missed throw by Caleb Williams. He just straight up dirts that. I mean, that's wide open. Malik Hooker, or no, Murray May. Like, if this guy catches this, I'm not confident that it's not a touchdown. If Caleb Williams makes this throw, and shout out to Fowler on the pressure there. Let's not miss that. Fowler was there on the pressure, so shout out to Fowler on the pressure. But these linemen are in perfect position. Right? They're in perfect position. I think that's the guy we wanted from Tennessee. Darnell Wright. He's in perfect position to lay Donovan Wilson out. This lineman is in perfect position to clear Kenneth Murray out. So we're just thankful to God that Caleb Williams missed his throw. Because if he didn't miss his throw, this was probably another touchdown. This was probably another touchdown, just to be honest. But he missed it. All right. And who knows? Maybe Murray would have actually blown it up. Now that I look at it, let's see. Caleb Williams makes that throw. Yeah, he was too slow. So Murray would have actually blew that shit up, even if he did catch it. And it honestly looks like Donovan evaded this guy. So my bad. It looks like we probably would have stopped this shit anyways. We probably would have stopped it anyways. So good job on Murray and Donovan Wilson. They look to be in good position there. But of course, that was an incompletion. So move on to the next rep. Let's see. What play is this? Is this the Malik Hooker play? Nope. Okay, this is another play. Everybody did their job. What was this coverage? Was this cover 2? I think this is cover 2. Yep, this is cover 2. Donovan Wilson makes a good break on the ball. Now, really, this guy just dropped the ball. Like, we gonna be honest. Donovan Wilson did not break that pass up. It was a drop. But how he tackled him, though, it still wouldn't have been a touchdown because clearly when he tackles him, it's outside of the end zone. But had that guy made the catch, they may have went for it here. But I think this was a third down stop and we forced a field goal here. But this was a cover 2 and everybody else pretty much does their job. It's not really much open at all. This is probably the most open guy. And even if you get Swift here, these two should be in position to close that out. So this was a good job. Everybody had their assignments pretty much locked up. Donovan Wilson makes a play. Good on Donovan Wilson there. Moving on. Now what is this? Okay, another big play. Gotta look at what the hell happened here. So what is this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is another pretend disguise. This is another cover 3. Look like cover 2 pre-snap, but it's really a cover 3. Right? Okay. Because Diggs goes up. Donovan Wilson retreats. You have Hooker and Murray playing the middle hooks. Clark is playing the flats. And then Elam is playing the... No, Elam's here. And then I think this Reddy Stewart is playing the flats. Yeah. That's on Malik Hooker. Wait, hold on. Let me look at it again. Yeah, that's on Malik Hooker because where's your awareness? No awareness at all. You got 2 people covering DJ Moore and just slips Rome Odunze right behind you. And I think everybody else... Yeah, Donovan has to bail out because look at Diggs' hips. Diggs' hips are turned. So if Donovan didn't bail out, that's a touchdown. Donovan's got to stay deep and he's got to help cover this guy. I don't know what Diggs was doing. Why was Diggs turned around up there? What is Diggs doing? Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Diggs gets completely turned around. Yeah, so if Donovan Wilson... This was a potential touchdown, to be quite honest. Caleb Williams just missed that. Was he under pressure? Yeah, he was. Who was that about to get him? Was that Osa about to get him? Yeah, that was Osa about to get him. He was under pressure. He still made a good throw, but that's likely a touchdown, or if not a touchdown, a bigger catch. So we can clearly see anytime they see, Donovan Wilson, you're sending routes right at him. Now, Caleb Williams didn't see him, makes this. I believe this is on Malik Hooker. Because let me see where they're initially lined up. Okay, because Murray's here. Murray, yeah, that's his hook. Yeah, Malik Hooker is out of position. First of all, he's supposed to be here. This might be a communication issue, Murray or Malik. But Malik, you clearly see Murray is already there. You don't see to your peripherals. You can't see this guy right here. You can't see this guy right here going into your zone. Like, he doesn't see it, guys. Malik does not see it. And that's, you can't have safeties you can't have safeties that are what's it called, non-athletes. You can't have a safety that's not an athlete and he doesn't have good football IQ. He doesn't see it. You can't have that. You just can't. Because if you're not athletic, that means you got to get to the play, or you got to recognize the play before it pretty much develops. But Malik Hooker is out here like he's just a rookie on the job. He hasn't been in the league since 2016 or anything. Like, what's going on? Like, you're there, you see DJ Moore, you see Murray right there. In your peripherals right here, you should be able to see, okay, there's someone else coming. And you retreat out at this time and get closer. Like, you should be able to look at Caleb Williams and be like, okay, who would he think that's going to be open right here? Probably this guy. I probably should look like, oh, it's open. Then boom, retreat back, pick, or at least a pass breakup. But what is he doing? Trying to help Murray cover DJ Moore. Wide open guy behind him. I mean, just explosive play. Another explosive play. That I put on Malik Hooker. I do put that on Malik Hooker 100%. Now, y'all may have let me know in the comments if you're watching a playback or if you're watching live, if y'all have different opinions about whose responsibility that is. But Malik Hooker, you've got to have an awareness there. You had the opportunity. You saw Moore was covered, and you saw this guy. You saw him in your peripheral vision, and I don't know who you thought was covering him. I just have no idea. Maybe he thought Dono potentially, but no, man. Dono's got to cover the deep third because this guy is wide the hell open. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's not seeing it. It's almost like he's just, you know how I feel like Malik Hooker is playing zone? He's playing zone where he's playing zone, but with no awareness. And that's why all the mistakes are continuing to happen. There's no awareness. There's no play recognition. That means you're not studying film and you just don't have a good sense of feeling when bodies are around you. You don't have a good sense of the route concepts that are happening around you. It's like things are moving too fast. Things are moving faster than Malik Hooker can process. That's what it looks like right now. Things are moving too fast. He cannot process what's going on. He just can't. Like, shit is moving too fast for him. Let me see if y'all said in the comments. Clark is sorry. What's up, Jay? Glad to see you. Murray should be further right. Yeah, I can see the chat. Sorry, guys. I've been looking in. Okay. Hey, what's up, Kelvin? What's up, everybody? Glad to see y'all. And I think y'all, sorry, I can see the chat, but y'all know I'm on the other screen, so I have to just I gotta keep going back and forth. But thank y'all so much for being in here. Y'all know to hit the Cash App, doing in-depth film analysis, trying to explain to y'all concepts and what the hell is going on. So y'all help me out. Really appreciate all of y'all being in the chat with me. Thank y'all for so much for y'all support. If you're watching on X, thank you for watching on X. Please come to the YouTube side. I have posted the link on my page. So please come to the YouTube side if you're on X and like the content. And then you can continue watching on X if that's what you prefer. But anyway, bad awareness right there by Malik Hooker. He's just not seeing it. That's the best way I can explain it. And, you know, that just comes, I don't know if film would help you because that would help you with your play recognition. He said, I believe it's on Murray because no one has hook curl on the right. Okay. That's possible. But if that is on Murray, if you see that Murray is already covering this, there's no one here. So why did Malik Hooker I think Murray is, because where he goes to the left. There has to be someone that's supposed to be playing the right hook. No one's playing it. Malik Hooker, he's not. I don't know what Malik Hooker is doing. But Murray, the way that he retreats is like he was supposed to be covering the left hook. Somebody should have been covering the right hook. No one is, and thus it's wide the hell open. So it's on one of these two. One of these two, Murray or Malik, the M's, M and M. It's on one of these two while that mistake happened. All I know is Malik Hooker, you already saw Murray covering this guy, so you probably, and Murray didn't see this guy, you did. So you probably should just be aware anyway to try to cover this up. But again, there's no way to for sure know like whose assignment was that. I just know Murray retreated to the left hook. So somebody had to be covering the right hook. It seems like that would be Malik, but who cares? Who knows? All right, moving on. Move on to the next play. Moving on. Let's see. What is this? Oh God, and this is the Malik Hooker play. All right. Okay, yeah, and this is right after 2 plays back to back, attack in the middle of the field. And this is another. Actually, this wasn't right after that play. This was another play, but this was also another 3rd down. Or no, this was a 4th down. This was a 4th or a 3rd down play? I think it was a 4th down. Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think this was pretty much a 4th down play. So we just needed to get a stop here, and we don't. So let's see what happens here. I kind of already explained this on Twitter, but if we look at what's happening here, everybody is manned up pretty much. Or if they're playing a zone, they're playing match zone because it looks like everybody is manned up. You have our guy Sam Williams here. He's a spy. This is why it doesn't, y'all are going to see, it doesn't make sense what Malik Hooker did because there's a spy. It makes no sense what Malik Hooker did in this play. No sense at all. All right, but let's keep looking at it. So Sam Williams is clearly the spy. He's clearly just staring at Caleb Williams and trying to make sure he doesn't break the pocket. Soon as he breaks the pocket, Sam Williams is going to beeline him. You know what I'm saying? If he tries to scramble, he's going nowhere. Sam Williams is right there. But what do you see Malik Hooker doing? What is Malik Hooker doing? Malik Hooker seems to think, oh, I need to help out with the scramble. Right? Wrong. You left your zone wide open. And when you look at this view, it's worse. Why is it worse, Star? Because if Caleb Williams was scrambled, first of all, we already have a spy. It was not your responsibility to stop a scramble, Malik. But let's say let's say that Caleb Williams, the Sam Williams was too slow. Maybe Malik Hooker was like, damn, I don't know if Sam's going to be able to catch him. Even though he's a spy and he runs a 4.4. He's faster than you. We saw him running sideline to sideline, chasing Jalen Hurts out of bounds, who's faster than Caleb Williams. But anyway, anyway, let me just say. So you have Reddy Stewart, right, over here, as well as, I think this is Triquez Bridges, our other corner. There's no reason to leave your zone wide open. This is what I say. Caleb Williams was playing mind games on our 9-year vet. Because he's like, oh yeah, I'm a scramble. You're looking right at him. You don't feel this person behind you, Malik? That's what I'm saying. Awareness again is horrible. This should have been a baited pick. Instead, it's a wide open touchdown. Like, where are you going and what are you doing? And then this man's winding up. You're still looking at him. And your body is still faced the other direction. By the time he realizes, the ball, by the time Malik Hooker can redirect it's already a touchdown. This is why I'm saying you cannot have a non-athletic, you can't have your safety be not cerebral and non-athletic. That is a recipe for a disaster. That is a recipe for a disaster. Again, that is a recipe for a disaster. Let me see if y'all saying anything. So I love the right, wrong. You sound like a coach. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, I want to be a coach so bad, don't I? Maybe I'll hopefully I have a lot of sons and I can be a coach. But anyways, they're doing flag football and stuff too. So even if I have girls, I'm gonna make them play football too. Okay, just kidding. I'm not gonna make my kids do anything they don't want to do, but hopefully one of them want to play football. But anyway, looking on. So what is this? Is this another? Oh, this is that flea. Yeah, and here goes the infamous flea flicker. Lord Jesus. Oh gosh. All right. So we're gonna look at this. This is the infamous flea flicker play. So sad because my guy Mozzie here, who's in the middle of the field, he blew this shit up. Mozzie thought, tackle for loss. He hit the shit out of DeAndre Swift, but lo and behold, it is a flea flicker. So when we look at this is just a cover 3 bomb. You're gonna see what's his name? Elam, he messes this up. Granted, now if you had an actual athletic cerebral safety, this should not happen, but you don't have that. So technically the responsibility of the right deep third, or if you're facing this way, the left deep, whatever, where the deep third where Elam is at, it's on him because he bit hard on this play action flea flicker. He bit hard. He actually, you're gonna see him sprint. He's gonna sprint down, completely abandon his assignment because he thinks it's a run. So that's bad on him. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the box. Ooh, this is worse. I'm just now realizing this. You got 8 in the box. There is no reason. This is why this shit is frustrating, bro. You got 8 in the box. There's no reason. And when you see these guys run, you can see Malik Hooker. This is why I'm getting mad. Because Malik Hooker, you're on the roof. You're deeper than everybody else. You could clearly see that these guys are running routes. They're not stock blocking. You can tell when it's a run because receivers are out here stock blocking or they're trying to find somebody to block. These guys are running real routes. You're on the top of the roof. And what are you doing? Elam screwed it up. Y'all gonna see. He screws it up. Look, he screwed it up. He thought it was play action. Right? He's gonna sprint forward. Right there. He sprints forward. He thinks it's play action. Right? But Malik Hooker. You can see this guy running toward you. Right? You see 2 guys running toward, and they're not stock blocking. You see 2 guys running toward you, right? Or it looks like running toward you. You see this guy, you see Elam sprint forward. The first thing I'm doing is saying, shit, there's no one here. I need to take this guy out. I need to just follow him out. Now he might have been scared. There's a possibility he's scared about this guy, right? Because he could be in a conflicting situation. Because really, but this shows y'all who they're attacking the safeties, y'all. This is what it shows. The cornerbacks are not being attacked. It's the safeties, because you put Malik Hooker in a conflicting position, right? Because now Malik Hooker, he's got these two guys. He's thinking about who to cover. Do I stop him? Because theoretically, there's no one here either. There's no one here either. So that's scary. So it's like, if I follow this guy, this could be a touchdown, right? If I follow this guy, that could be a touchdown. If I follow this guy. So they had Malik Hooker right where they wanted him. This play was only going to be stopped if Elam did the right thing and stayed deep. He did not. So, you know what? I can't put this on Malik Hooker. I actually just now decided that I can't put it on Malik Hooker at all. I have to put it all on Elam. Because, see how I changed my mind? See, I'm fair. Because on Twitter, I said he gets half the blame. But actually, now that I'm looking at it more, I can't give him any blame. I have to give the corners the blame here. Because you put Malik Hooker in a situation where it was a lose-lose. Because nobody else did their assignment. Everybody else is playing this as a run. So it's actually not really on Malik Hooker. Now, had Malik Hooker actually been an athlete, he could have covered ground. He could have made ground, and he could have probably still stopped this play, at least from being a touchdown. It was going to be a big game, but he could have probably at least stopped it from being a touchdown. But with how unathletic he is, yeah, it was just a wrap. And this guy even has to slow down. Burden has to slow down. Let's look at how Burden has to slow down for the ball. Burden is slowing down right there. Burden had to slow down, and Malik Hooker still couldn't catch him. Burden is slowing down right there. He's slowing down. Malik Hooker still couldn't catch him. You can't have this, guys. Like, I don't know any better way to say it. And you can look at a situation like this. I wanted to show y'all. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh my gosh, where we at? Let me see if I can pull it up here. If we got here, watch later. It should be in my history. Yeah, it's here in the huddle. All right, I'm gonna play this video because I want to show y'all what a true athlete, Pro Bowl, all pro safety looks like in the NFL. We're gonna be facing him on Sunday night. His name is Xavier McKinney, former Giant. Us in the NFC East, we just love helping out the Green Bay Packers, don't we? We're a bunch of idiots. But anyways, let me see if I can go to where it is. It's Will McClay film breakdown. All right, yeah. Let me see. Yep, there you go, right there. So let me show y'all. Gotta unmute this. Take a look at this. Can y'all see that? Yeah, take a look at this. Let me pause this music. This is what a true NFL, Pro Bowl, all-pro safety looks like. We're going to face him on Sunday. Incredible. Let's look at it.
McKinney, what a free agent pickup last year.
Athletic play, but that shows his intelligence and how he's playing in zone coverage.
All right, so there's Quay Walker at linebacker. How about at safety? Xavier McKinney, what a free agent pickup last year. He had 8 interceptions a year ago.
Yeah, those Giants have been giving it away. There's Xavier here. We're going to watch him at the safety. He was a Pro Bowl safety, and what his job is to go get the football. So he's going to read the quarterback. It's a half roll. Now you're going to see that burst and acceleration and track the ball at the right angle, the high pointing of the football. There's none better in the back end than him.
A defensive version of Saquon Barkley.
High pointing of the football.
I'm going to replay that. Look at where he starts off. Look at the ground. This is the ground in a speed you're supposed to be able to cover and move at if you're a free safety in the NFL. If you're a high level free safety.
At the safety. He was a Pro Bowl safety.
He starts on the left hash on the 30. Look at where he gets to. Look at how much ground Xavier McKinney covers. And not only does he cover the ground, he gets the interception. He read this the whole way. Look at this.
And what his job is to go get the football. So he's going to read the quarterback at the half roll. Now you're going to see that burst and acceleration and track the ball at the right angle, the high point of the football. There's none better in the back.
That's what a true NFL safety looks like. That's why I'm saying this play, if we had Xavier McKinney, that's a pick. Or at the very least, it's not a touchdown. It's not a touchdown. But Malik Hooker, because of his even though I don't put this play on him, but simply for the fact that he's just an unathletic safety, he can't cover the ground he needs to in the NFL anymore. I'm convinced that Malik Hooker at this point is a strong safety, and that's what he needs to play. And he does not need to be on anybody's roof at this point in time in his career. But anyway, we'll keep touchdown. Okay. All right, so we got through the Bears. So if we looked at that Bears game, I'm gonna talk to y'all just for a second on the full screen. But if we look at that Bears game, I would say the big plays. Diggs gave up a big play. Elam, I'm gonna say, gave up a big play. So Diggs gave up a big play on the slip, right? Donovan Wilson could have helped him out. He's supposed to be the free safety to help him out in those situations. But remember, Donovan Wilson was cheating to Kaiir Elam's side, which is normal because you expect Diggs to be able to be on an island by himself. We used to call Diggs Island because he used to just be a pure shutdown corner, right? And Matt Eberflus actually had set that play up. So anyway, so a touchdown on Diggs, a touchdown on Kaiir Elam, right? Because that flea flicker is on Kaiir Elam. So we had to say the slip on Diggs, the flea flicker ends up being on Kaiir Elam, and then the goal line play is purely on Malik Hooker. And then when it came to the big plays that weren't necessarily touchdowns, you got about another one was on Malik Hooker. I'm putting it on Malik Hooker. Y'all might call different. That one where it looked like it could have been Murray, it could have been Malik Hooker. And then the other big play I think was the screen, which originally was on Murray. It was on your linebackers. I wouldn't put that on your safeties because I think Murray, that was his assignment, and then Damone Clark could have cleaned it up but didn't either. So in the Bears game, it was pretty much a conglomerate. It was pretty much a conglomerate of what was going wrong. So I agree with Shadi on his assessment there that it was pretty much everybody, but you could still see that who was being attacked, even though the big plays weren't happening all the time, was the safeties. Even the flea flicker, I think, was to target the safeties, right? To put them in target Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson if he had been back there. But again, assignment wise, it's on Elam. So it was pretty much a conglomerate with what went wrong in that Bears game of who's responsible, right, for those big plays that we showed. Now, let's move on to the Giants game. Looking at the Giants game, let me just share my screen. Thank y'all, whoever's still here watching. Please make sure y'all hitting the like button and share. Please subscribe. Please donate to my Cash App if y'all feel so kindly to do so. Really appreciate y'all. Moving on. Let me see. Y'all saw a comment come in. JV, what's up to my guy JV? Glad to see you. That's definitely on Hooker. Yeah, that was for sure on Hooker. For sure, Jay. But thank you guys for being here. Willie Stonewall, he says on the goal line play. Where was Hooker looking pre-snap? Did he even not? That's what I don't know, Willie. I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know what Malik Hooker was doing there. there was zero reason for him to be chasing. We showed it. There was zero reason for him to be chasing Caleb Williams because we had a spy on him. So that was just a total fuck up. But two big plays for sure, in my opinion, were on Malik Hooker. But anyway, moving on. So this is, do I got this up? Yeah, bam. All right, take this off. We are now moving on to the Giants film. We are almost an hour and a half into it, but we're gonna keep pushing. Hopefully I can get through this quickly. This is a full film analysis breakdown. Hope y'all appreciate this. Me taking time out of my Friday to do this and to give y'all this content. So I hope y'all like it. I hope if you guys are watching it on the playback, y'all will share it and get it out to as many people as possible. Those who really want to look at the film deeply, and not just some random clips and shit. You know, if you want to look at the film deeply and really assess what the hell is going on, this is the film to look at. But anyway, moving on. So we start with this play. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Now, this was a game. See, Flus actually switched it up because I showed y'all we had disguise coverages versus the Bears. We blitz versus the Bears. Did it work? No, but he still tried to switch it up. The Giants game, y'all are going to see a lot of the things that happened, y'all. We were just getting bombed because we were just showing what we were doing pre-snap. And it was just really easy to read for a veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson. It's an easy read. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we was bombs away on us then. But anyway, we look at this play. Let's restart it. All right. So starting off, this is, I'm pretty sure, cover 2. You got your 2 safeties. You got Malik Hooker retreating. Yeah, this is cover 2. Because you got Malik Hooker retreating to the left, Donovan retreating to the right. Then you got your 3 hook players. Sanborn, your middle hook. Murray, your left hook. Clark, your right hook. And then you got Elam and Diggs. They're both playing the flats. And so you see here, we do our jobs. It looks like Dante Fowler down here is getting pressure. Good on Dante, who's right here. Dante gets some pressure there. Russell Wilson just has to check it down. Stop him easily. All right, next play. Everybody did their job there. Good job, everybody. Move it on. Another good play. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the next play. What's this play? This is cover 2 again. So you think once the coaches was looking at the film and saying these niggas just, let me not say that word. These people are just running cover 2. That's all they doing. So you could imagine how easy it was to scheme it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I guess this is a little bit of a, maybe it looks like cover 3, and then you have who is this? I don't know who this is. Is that Reddy Stewart? You have somebody retreating to the halves. I think it's Malik Hooker. I think it's Malik Hooker and Dono. So it looks like a cover 3, and then he retreats, and so it's like, oh, it's actually a cover 2. All right. So anyway, this is another cover 2 play. Actually, I think that's actually Elam, I think that's Elam. Yeah, because you got Donovan Wilson here. No, is that Elam? No, this is Murray out here. Huh, what the hell is this? Let me see. No, it's still cover 2. Yes, it's cover 2. Donovan Wilson and them just shoot down on this tight end. I think it was an incompletion. Good hit by Donovan Wilson. Good hit. Look. But he still kind of whiffed on that. Did he whiff on that? Let me see. Well, I mean, Sanborn pretty much slung him to the ground, and then he tried to hit him, but it was like whatever. I mean, it was a stop, so it is what it is. All right, move on to the next play. Okay, let me see what this. I think this was another. I'm pretty sure it was another cover 2 here. Yeah, good stop by Diggs. Sorry. I might have went back too much. Yeah, that's another cover 3. Easy stop. I mean cover 2. And then what is this? Basic ass cover 2 again. This is literally cover 2 once again. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, it's cover 2 once again. Because you got Diggs, he's playing the left hook, Murray middle hook, Clark right hook. Maybe it's not cover 2. Maybe it's a cover 3. Only person that's throwing me off right here is maybe Clark is on the flats. And let me see where I'm sorry, I need to see where the lineup is starting off. Okay. You got cover 2, then you got okay. Trying to look at the next play. I went back too far. What the hell play is this? Okay, he's playing the looks like he's playing the flats. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Deep half, hook, flat, hook. All right, got it. Okay, so Murray's playing the right hook, Diggs is playing the middle hook, Reddy is playing the left hook, Elam is playing the flat up here, and then Damone Clark is playing the flat. So yeah, it's just cover 2 again. They kind of just like switched out personnel, I guess, to like kind of confuse them, but didn't really confuse anybody. So let's see who's this completion on. That's on Diggs. Because who's supposed to be? Well, is that on Diggs? No, that's not on Diggs. That's on Murray. That's on Murray, because Murray, you're not covering nobody. That's definitely on Murray. I thought it was on Diggs, but Diggs is supposed to be covering Neighbors. Yeah, so this is on Murray. And Damone's supposed to be covering his flat. That's why you see him looking at. I think that's scatter. I call him Scatterpoo. Damone's covering Scatterpoo. So yeah, Murray, you're not covering anybody. You got to have better awareness here. Realize somebody is coming behind you, and break that up. He doesn't realize. It's too late, and that's a completion. So that's one on Murray. Diggs makes the stop. Good job, Diggs. Good job. That's a pressure by James Houston that we need to get involved in. As Dak said, nigga, that's James Houston. We need to get James Houston more involved here. I need to look at his snap counts, but James Houston, good. Just powers, just straight through. All right. Great play. All right, moving on. What's this one? This was another almost touchdown, but he didn't see it till late. This is this got to be a miscommunication issue, because when I look at this is basic ass cover 2 again. This is why y'all will see, like, it was just cover 2. Oh my God, what's up, Angie? How you doing? Glad to see you in the chat, sis. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. But yeah, this is basic ass cover 2 once again. You got Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker on opposite end. They're covering the deep halves. Elam covering the flat. Diggs covering the flat. And then Reddy Stewart covering the left hook. Sanborn middle hook. Murray right hook. And you see Diggs, yeah. So this is not on Diggs. This is on Donovan Wilson, because we're in cover 2. Now, you could say, well, it's also on Diggs too, because there's nobody in the flats, right? There's nobody in the flats, but you can see Diggs passes it off because he thinks that Donovan Wilson is also going to be there, right? He thinks Donovan Wilson should be retreating to this area, so he's supposed to be there. Now, this was an incompletion, right? But I feel like Russell Wilson saw this earlier. Now, he threw it late. It was way above his head, so that was out. But this was a Donovan Wilson, what are you doing? Donovan Wilson, you're just standing still. You see everybody else got their guy. You can't see that Diggs is clearly passing this guy on. Now, you could also say with Diggs that he's trying to do a trail technique bait as well, but he's also expecting help there. So that's probably why he passes him on to try to bait. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, I have someone there even if, I don't get the pick. But Donovan Wilson is just stuck in the middle of the field. And luckily, Russell Wilson misses the throw. Because it's late and high. So it's kind of if we had actually made Russell Wilson play quarterback and not just throw deep streak moon balls all game, we would have won. But he said, James Houston, 9 plays. Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, especially when the guys that you guys starting over him are not doing much. Fowler, Sam Williams, they're not doing much. Like, they're not good enough to just be getting all the snaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stuff that I had to question what the Eberflus is doing. But anyway, moving on. So this is another one. What is this? Oh, yeah. This is when Diggs got. And what is this? Let me see the coverage on this. This is just man coverage. Yeah, this is single high or cover 1. This is cover 1. Diggs just gets burnt. He got set up on this one. Diggs got set up. You can see at the bottom, yeah. Neighbors just sets Diggs up off the line. Diggs is just flat-footed. Like, instead of Diggs he's not respecting. This is what's happening with Diggs, y'all. He has lost a little bit of his twitching speed. Not a lot. But he's lost some twitching his speed to where that trail technique that he tries to do, right, where he thinks he can just stay flat-footed and then he can just accelerate and get to his top end speed like he used to do, that's gone. Now, I don't know if it's gone forever, but I know it's damn sure gone until he gets back 100% healthy. So this is another thing where Diggs thought, okay, he said, I'm giving Sam Williams grace, being that he's coming off an ACL injury. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he deserves some grace, but I do think, I keep saying, what does an ACL injury have to do with him knowing like counter moves and different shit like that? Like, the not being able to execute them is different, but I'm not seeing Sam Williams try to do anything else, which means he didn't learn any other moves over the offseason. And that's my problem with Sam Williams. You know what I'm saying? But I he does deserve some grace because of his injury. That's true. But when you look at Diggs there at the bottom of the screen, he just has lost some of his twitching speed. So he can't continue to do this type of trail technique because he's getting set up. Right now, and you especially shouldn't be trying to do that on Malik Neighbors. I don't know if Diggs, the arrogance, the confidence, I don't know. But he clearly, when you're doing this to Malik Neighbors, it's like you got no respect for him. Right? And granted, now, has Diggs shut down the best wide receivers in the league? Yes. He's shut down Justin Jefferson. He's shut down Jamar Chase. He shut down Evans over there in Tampa, right? Mike Evans. So Diggs has shut down the best. So I get why he looks at Neighbors and he's like, you ain't nothing. You ain't about to do nothing. But he fuck around and found out. He fucked around and found out. Malik Neighbors is not to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? So he just got set up off the line. Big play. Let me see. Where was Malik Hooker? Malik Hooker. Yeah, he's just slow, guys. He's just slow. Because he's not even cheating on anybody's side of the field. He's in the middle of the field. And I mean, he turns and everything. You know, he's just too slow. He's just too slow. So he can't get there. Diggs gets beat. All right, next play. So that's one big play on Diggs. This is my guy, Murray. Murray had a good game this game. Versus the Bears, he didn't have the best game. But this game, Murray played excellent. A lot of open field. I feel like he is definitely our best open field tackler. You might say he don't always see it and all of this stuff, and that's probably true. But when it comes to open field tackling, he's the best. I know Saquon got him versus Philly, but that is Saquon. Well, you have to remember that is Saquon. That is the best running back in the league. You know, he should have been MVP last year. So we do have to give Murray some grace. Just because he got stiff-armed by Saquon does not mean he's trash. But anyway, this is just a front line view. Murray sees it, goes. You know, that's how you want Murray playing, seeing it and going. Okay, moving on. What is this? That was 2 back-to-back stops by Murray. Incredible. I don't know what the coverage is, but this is a fantastic play by Murray. Let's look at I think I got the end. Do I got the end zone view on this? Yeah, I do. This is Murray, guys. He starts way over here, bails out, and stops. This is Wan'Dale Robinson, a wide receiver, dead in his tracks in space, right? Do you see how much ground he covered? That's why we got Murray. That's why we got Murray. He is the best open field tackler, and he's fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? We just got to get him seeing some things faster, not biting on the play action as much. But I think Eberflus will get him right. By the end of the season, Murray will be playing at a very high level. I'm not concerned about Murray. Yeah, and that forced this is another play. What happened here? This is cover 3. Either cover 3 or cover 1 man. No, I don't think it's cover 1 man. I think it's cover 3. And who makes it stop? Elam. Elam just comes up and stops him. Is Elam playing the flat here? What is Elam doing here? Good job. Good stop by Elam. I think that was a cover 3. But yeah, he forced Rondell out. Boom. All right, let's look at this. This is another big play. And what is this? Cover 2. Anybody, let me know in the chat. What is the weakness in cover 2 defense? Let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat. What is the weakness to cover 2 defense? What's the weakness to cover 2 defense? Your safeties are retreating to the deep halves. Now, your linebacker is supposed to be covering the middle. But if you have a Jack Sanborn who probably runs like a 4.8, he's the most unathletic guy on the field, but you're expecting him to cover this much ground? This is when I got mad at Shoddy because he's like, oh yeah, you know, that play right up the seam route, you know, that was on Sanborn. And it's like, you should never have Sanborn covering the deep middle on a cover 2. Now you see they didn't have him do that versus the Bears. They put Murray there, which worked out better. But this was just a basic. Y'all been sitting in cover 2 all day. All right. Well, what's the best way to stop cover 2? What's the weak? Yeah, deep middle. Thank you, JV. That's the weakness in a cover 2 zone. So it's just easy. Like a veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson, if you're just gonna sit there in basic coverage like all game long, you think him and his offensive coordinator can't figure out how to attack that? It's really easy. So this is why this play gets given up. So you can say, yeah, it's on Jack Sanborn, sure. But I mean, I really put this on Matt Eberflus because you should never have Jack Sanborn covering the deep middle. So you can put it on Sanborn, but really that's on Matt Eberflus. So how many big plays we got? We got a big play on Diggs. Neighbors got him. Then you had a big play there on Sanborn. And then, was there another big play I missed? I don't think so. Not so far. But yeah, you can tell after they hit that seam route and they saw that work, they said, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna keep doing that. So anyways, all right, now here's another touchdown. Who is this on? We gotta see what coverage is this. I think this is a cover 4 coverage. Let's see. This one is, I guess I put it on Diggs because it looks like we're in a cover 4 because you got Elam bailing out to a D4, Malik Hooker bailing out, Donovan Wilson bailing out, and then Diggs right here. Now Donovan Wilson, again, if he's an athlete, he could help Diggs right here. But Diggs, that's on you, buddy, because what are you doing? You're passing. He passed him on. Like, I'm not sure why Diggs passed him on like that. This is why I feel like there's communication issues. Because look what Diggs does. Like, Diggs is not even doing, he's doing like he's passing him on. Right? It looks like, I think Diggs probably thought he was in I think this was a miscommunication. Diggs thinks they're in a cover 2, but they're really in a cover 4 based off of how everybody else played. So this is a communication issue. Whose fault? They're in cover 4. If they're in cover 4, which it looks like everybody else was in cover 4, that's on Diggs. Diggs clearly probably didn't get the call. So you got 2 big plays that are on Diggs. And I don't think Diggs was trying to bait here. I really think Diggs was passing him inside. Yeah, because look how he does. He literally doesn't even stay on top of him. He literally opens up his hips to the sideline and gets wide. So he's expecting Dono to be here and he's not, and it's a touchdown. Now, granted, Dono, I would like for you to have better awareness because what is Dono looking at? Can y'all let me know what the hell Dono was looking at? There's no other threat. There's no other threat. Right? You got 2 guys. Sorry, what am I doing? You got 2 guys. Sanborn and Reddy Stewart are covering this guy. You got Malik Hooker covering this guy. You got Elam covering this guy. You let this guy run smooth past you. You're also supposed to be in the deep 4th. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going deep. You're not going deep. You're just standing in the middle of the field as if someone... Are you seeing ghosts out here? Like somebody's supposed to be coming in here. There was no one there. So yeah, it's on Diggs because it's like, Diggs, you clearly got a miscommunication error or something. But at the same time, like Dono, you should have been there to help. Instead, Dono was just looking in the middle of the field covering nothing. Covering absolutely nothing. All right, moving on to the next play. Yeah, he's just sightseeing. That's exactly right. All right, moving on. We almost done, guys. Thank y'all for everybody who stayed. I know this is a long ass film session. It's long as hell. What is this? That's just a quick out. Diggs forces that out. Nothing crazy. Diggs talking shit. What else happens? That's just another cover 2. I think that's a cover 2, and Reddy stops it, right? Yep, just another base of cover 2. Reddy stops it. Like we stayed in cover 2 this whole game. Cover 2 and cover 4. We did not alter anything. Another breakup by Murray, and this was a 4th down stop. This was our goal line 4th down stop. I think after Dak threw that pick. Murray had a hell of a game this game. They need to make my guy team captain or a weekly captain. What's this? We almost done, guys. We only got like 3 minutes left. I don't know why Russell Wilson threw that. Like, that was not open. But anyway, another 4th down stop. What is this? That's who is this on? Elam? Yeah, that's on Elam. I think they're in a cover 3 here. Yeah, they're in a cover 3. Malik Hooker, he runs to Diggs' side. Probably should have been running the Elam side. I don't know. Diggs was getting burnt, so there's but see, this is what happens when your number 1 is getting burnt. Now you kind of leaning help to his side, and then as soon as you lean help to his side, Elam gets burnt. So that's just got behind him. Elam, just let him get behind you. That's not good. Yeah, he just made him make a false step and just a big play. So that's a big play on Elam. Okay, what is this one? That's an incompletion. What happened there? That's a cover 2. Yeah, who was that? Was that Sam Williams and laid Russell Wilson out? I didn't catch that. No, is that easy as a Rocco? No. Oh, that's number 90, Thomas. Okay, so we shut that down. Good. All right, let's look at this. I think that's another. Is this another bomb? Oh, this is when Dono just held them. Yeah, this was a PI. So they just saw us in cover 2, like went and just attacked it because they figured y'all can't cover it. Y'all safeties can't cover, and then y'all's corners just continue to make your corners are liable to make mistakes. When they saw Diggs give up 2 big plays, they're like, "Oh, let's just keep attacking deep." There was nothing deterring them from doing that. And Dono, he just holds the guy right there. Which, you know what? I'd rather you hold the guy than give him a touchdown. Like, I would prefer for my safeties to just hold them. Because it's better to hold and give up some ground than give up a touchdown. Said Bland is the communicator. Yeah, we didn't know how important Bland was, but it is clear because the communication breakdowns have been crazy. But anyway, we keep looking. Donovan Wilson, that's another target. You get a PI, but honestly, I'd rather. So that's on you, Dono. But I appreciate you holding instead of giving up a touchdown. This is nothing. Yeah, that's just another cover 2. I mean, we pretty much just, it ain't really much else to talk about. This is all just cover 2. Yep, another cover 2 or cover 4. Yep, just stop them. I mean, so it was a lot of stops in this game. It's also a lot of bombs. Yep, another bomb. Who's that on? Let's see. Malik Hooker. Diggs is slow backpedaling. I don't know what coverage is this. This may have been cover 4. Because it looks like Elam is going deep. Dono is deep. Malik Hooker's supposed to be going deep. And then Diggs. Oh, you know what? No, this was... Malik Hooker was supposed to be covering the flats. So what the hell was this? Oh, no, it's still cover 3. It's cover 3. Malik Hooker was supposed to be covering the flats. He got over there late. So y'all see the position that do y'all realize it was going to be a touchdown either way? It was going to be a touchdown either way because Malik Hooker got over to that tight end way too late. Like Malik Hooker not even looking. He should be shooting to the flats immediately. I don't know what Malik Hooker was doing. He looks like he's trying to make sure he doesn't go here. But then you see him go right past you, like you're trying to help here, but you're really supposed to be way the hell over here. And I feel like maybe Diggs and Malik Hooker should have just passed this off. This should have been Diggs, you cover this guy. Malik Hooker, you go ahead and just carry him up the seam. It's another communication blunder. But Diggs... That's another one on Diggs. Donovan Wilson. Let me see. Now, Donovan Wilson, this is what I'm saying. Your safeties are not helping your corners. Right? Because, yes, it's on Diggs, but Diggs, that's also, this guy is going to the middle of the field where Dono is supposed to be. Diggs is supposed to be covering this guy technically, not Malik Hooker. Actually, when you look at it, right? Because Malik Hooker, you're supposed to be covering the flats. Now, maybe it was matched, but you were already late. When you look at the zones, Diggs is supposed to be covering this tight end technically, and Dono was supposed to be covering this guy. It looks like that's on Diggs at first, but honestly, that's on Dono because that's a seam route. He's closest to you. Now, Diggs turns around and it looks like, oh, Diggs gave him an assignment again. But when you look at how this guy was also going deep, this is really Diggs' assignment, right? Because he's going into his zone. And I believe that's probably why Diggs, he's seeing two guys come at him. He thinking Donovan Wilson is going to take. And they communicated too and just didn't. Because Diggs is clearly looking at this guy. Right? He's coming straight into his zone. Yeah. Donovan Wilson. That's on Donovan Wilson. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the chat. But it's on Donovan Wilson because you're in the middle of the field. And you were just staring in the backfield like, I don't know what you were looking at or what you're supposed to be covering. But this guy's running wide open and you weren't even remotely close to helping this be a stop. So if Diggs covers this guy, this guy's still wide open. Donovan Wilson's supposed to be over there. So this is on Donovan Wilson. It looked at first like it was on Diggs, but it's really on Donovan Wilson because Hooker is supposed to be going to the flat. Now, maybe it was supposed to be match coverage and he was eventually supposed to carry him up, which is possible because there's nobody in the flats. This is why you also need better awareness from Hooker because you can clearly see this guy's going up. So why are you shooting down? I put this on Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson because y'all are playing so robotically. Y'all are not seeing the concepts and the plays. Y'all are not seeing people come into your zone because Malik Hooker, you could say, oh, I'm supposed to be covering the flat. Well, there's no one in the flat. There's no one in the flat. Diggs was closest to this person. The best thing would have been to just carry this guy up. There's no one else over here. So I definitely put that on Donovan Wilson and I put that on Malik Hooker. And then if you want to throw in Diggs, sure. But I definitely put this play on the safeties first before I put that on Diggs. That's another touchdown. We almost done, guys. I promise. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I know it's only a few soldiers left, but that's all right. I appreciate those who's still here. I wasn't planning on this being 2 hours long, but it is what it is. Try to give y'all the best analysis that I could possibly give y'all. Let's see what else. This was a blitz and we missed it. Who fucked that up? Because who was supposed to be blitzing here? Oh, I went too far. That was another touchdown. This was a blitz and y'all let Russell Wilson escape. That's terrible. You sending 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You sent 6 or 7 people there and didn't get home. That's sad. How many people you sent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. I gotta count. You sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We sent the house and didn't get home. Boy, we need to. Let me go ahead and put his picture on the screen. Where my guy? Safeties are continuously allowing opponents to get behind them. Yep. Trash, period. Wow. Trash. What's up to you, Alvin Riley? But this is why, guys, we've got to get my guy. Where is it? Hold on, let me show you. We got to get him on the field. We have to get Maris on the field. He's your best coverage linebacker. He's the most physical player that you have on defense outside of Demo, but Demo is hurt. And he's a good blitzer, guys. Like, he knows how to set ninjas up at the line. He's a great blitzer, actually. When you look at plays like that where you sent 6 to 7 people and you still didn't get home, that's awful. You didn't get home versus Russell Wilson and I sent 6 people? Like, how does that work out? Like, so some of this stuff, like, we can't even blame Eberflus. Well, we can blame you, Eberflus, because you're not putting the right people on the field. Another person that needs to be on the field. Get him on the field. Get him on the field. If we look at our safety snap counts, let's look at the safety snap counts. No, that's the linebacker. Sorry. Look at this. Wanye Thomas. He got 0 snaps versus Philly, 1 versus the Giants, and only 9 versus the Bears. That's not going to work. He's your most athletic safety. It used to be him and Izzy, but you cut Izzy. So he's your best safety, and you're giving him 9 snaps? And then you look at Zion. We done lost him to the Texans. And then Marquise Bell, 0, 0, 0. I don't understand how somebody like Marquise Bell, who literally was a starter for us in 2023, has not even been able to sniff the field in 2 years. So it's going to be really interesting that these adjustments that Shotty said we're going to make. Okay, we're going to see what the adjustments are, buddy. Because it's clear that y'all have different personnel that y'all could try out. But y'all are continuing. And I'm getting nervous because Shotty talking about how Dono is a great leader. And Malik Hooker is an excellent practice. All this bullshit. And it's sounding like these ninjas going to be out there again. And they're clearly showing to be the problem. Right now, Diggs and Elam, they are giving up plays, right? Diggs and Elam are giving up plays, but I mean, your corners are gonna give up some plays. That's why you have safety help. Like, your corners are gonna get now. Do Diggs and Elam need to play better? Yes, Yes. Let me say it again. Yes, Diggs and Elam need to play better, right? They need to play better, period. But at the same time, your safeties, who are supposed to be the safeties, the fail safes, are doing terrible jobs. So it means that your corners pretty much have to play perfect, because if they don't, they're screwed. You can't have that. And let me look at y'all's comments. Y'all had some comments. Apparently he's inconsistent. Yeah, that's what they say about Maris, that he's inconsistent, but that's a load of bullshit. And if he's consistent, but you're not giving him snaps, but you see somebody that you're giving 90% of the snaps, and people are literally attacking them, when are you going to make a change as a coach? When are you going to make a change as a coach? Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about safeties and getting mixed up with Maris. But Maris, Murray is doing a good job covering. Sanborn is not. Clark Show not. So if Sanborn and Clark are both average to below average, you don't think you should give Maris a chance? Like, at least just, instead of giving him 8 snaps, can you at least give him 20 snaps a game and see what he does with that? This coaching staff is doing weird shit and it's costing us games. But anyway, that's terrible. You sent 7 people and didn't get home. But anyway, let's look at this. What is this? Oh my gosh. This is a cover 2. What is this? Cover 2 man? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is cover 2 man. And Dono completely leaves Elam out to dry. Now, Elam is right in Neighbors' hip pocket, but Neighbors is fast. That's why Flus had us in cover 2 man. So that if Elam gets beat, you got 2 guys on him. And Dono is behind Elam. How that work? You're supposed to be the deep half safety. And you're behind. You're behind Elam in Neighbors. That's how slow Donovan Wilson is. Like, this play, that's on Donovan. I can't put that on Elam. He's in perfect position. Russell Wilson just had an incredible throw. That should not have been an incompletion. You got your safety. You got Dono turning his hips inside. What are you turning your hips in? Hold on. Let me see if there's somebody that came into his zone. No. There was no reason for him to turn his hips inside because there was no one coming up the seam. I was like, okay. I was like, maybe somebody came up the seam. Nope. He just was not in. He wasn't playing his own. So, touchdown. This was another cover 2 bomb, but Malik Hooker actually does his job and helps. And Reddy Stewart was in a great position as well. It was also a bad ball by Russell Wilson. Let's see what's next. Oh, and that's the Dono pick. Which, oh, look, I did good. Yeah. Like, that was more so Russell Wilson. He was under pressure, I think, by Sam Williams. So shout out to Sam Williams. I think he got some pressure in his face. He was at the bottom right-hand screen. And then that was a miscommunication. And Dono got him finally. Oh, yeah. So I show this because it's gonna show Sam Williams. He affected this play, caused the interception, which is great for Sam Williams. I need Sam Williams. We need consistency, buddy. We're not seeing the consistency out of you because you make a great play then, and then versus the Bears, they said you didn't have no pressures or nothing, which I don't believe that. I think you probably had some pressures, but. We need consistency, and that's it, guys. Thank God. Okay. Okay, but I think from that film review, All D passes are on the safeties when I judge. Yeah, I want Wanye Thomas to get 100% of the snaps along with Bell. Yeah, me too. It's time to get these guys going. Says Sam Williams out there getting handled. Yeah. We need. That's what I need with Shoddy. We need. If you're gonna say, oh, you can't keep preaching consistency when you have people on the field playing for 3 weeks now that are super inconsistent. It's not making sense. You're saying a player is inconsistent in the way he practices, so you're not giving them any snaps. But then you're saying people are consistent in practice, but they're fucking up in the games. And that's okay. Like, it comes to a point of like, what is more important? Practice or games? Practice or games? Because a player can be a horrible practicer, but turn up in games. And it's like this coaching staff, I'm questioning what's going on between their ears. But there's no way you can sit down and look at the film from the Giants game to the Bears game. I agree with that. But there's no reason that you can look at the Giants game and the Bears game and say, we can continue to give Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson all the snaps. Again, I showed y'all, but I'll show y'all again. They are getting 90% of the snaps. 100 to 90%. That cannot happen. And you're going to start to really lose your locker room morale because you continue to have people like Bell and Wanye just riding on the bench, knowing what they're capable of. Like, what the hell? We signed you telling me we gave both of these guys contracts just to come back and be fucking special teamers? It makes absolutely no sense. It's time to get these young players involved. The film is clear. I don't know how much more clear it can be. Looking at the linebacker snap counts. Kenneth Murray, he's a green dot, so he's never coming off the field. But Jack Sanborn, Damone Clark, 48 snaps. Maris Liufau, 8. Single-digit snaps for your most physical. That doesn't make no sense. Single-digit snaps for your most physical player, your best coverage linebacker, and your best blitzing linebacker. We've seen Kenneth Murray try to blitz. Womp, womp. You've seen Jack Sanborn trying to cover. Womp, womp. You've seen Damone Clark trying to hit. Womp, womp. How many womp womps do you need before you allow Maris to get on the field? This shit is so frustrating. But anyway, thank y'all. Said Jimmy used to bench people. Yeah, we're going to see. They said, Shoddy said there's going to be a change. He said there's going to be a change in the lineups and snap counts. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see because right now it's just not looking too good. But anyway, let me do a shout out before I get out of here. Thank you, OS Tyler. Thank you, JV, for being in here. He said Isaiah Land is better than Sanborn. For sure, but Isaiah Land, he's sitting on the press squad. Let me see who else. Alvin Riley, thank you for coming in the chat. My guy Ty Church, thank you for being in the chat. Angie, thank you. Willie Stovall, thank you. Kim Berry, J Money, Kelvin, see anybody else? Tariq and Vanilla Dice, baby, thank you. Thank you to everybody who was here watching my film session. 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I got through it. And I'm glad I did it this way. I feel like this way was very thorough and very detailed. But anyway, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Please do as it says down there on the banner. Please donate to me via my Cash App, $Stargazer Sports. Please like the video, please share, and please subscribe. Please leave me comments down below if you're watching on the playback. Warren Duncan, you can catch on the playback. I am about to end it, but thank you so much for jumping in the chat at the end. I really appreciate all of y'all so much. Thank y'all for y'all support. Stay for the outro video so that y'all can see the all my social media handles. But anyway, I really appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are amazing, amazing. It's okay, Warren. It's gonna be there. You can watch it on a playback. It's long as hell. But you can definitely catch it on a playback. Please comment below. And whoever else is gonna be watching on the playback, please comment below. Let me know y'all thoughts. But yeah, it's time to get people like Wanye on the field. It's time to get people like Maris on the field. It's time to get people like Bell on the field. It's time to give these guys a chance. I would even consider starting to activate and give Shamar James some snaps over somebody like Clark. Because I don't care how much Clark is a kiss ass. He was showing flashes in preseason, but it's showing in real life NFL games. He just doesn't want to hit. He doesn't want to tackle. And then he's also not cerebral enough. So it's like, why would you even keep him on the field at this point? I think Shamar James could give you way. At least he's athletic, like at least that. I could teach you the cerebral part of the game, but athleticism, you can't really teach that. You either got it or you don't. But anyway, thank y'all so much. Catch the like I said, the outro so that y'all can see all my social medias. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a good rest of your Friday.
In perspective, she has 2 3-pointers tonight. She had made 4 total for the season coming into tonight.